Button.
Zane, you remember the explosion that happened uh, when Saul touched the thing that he probably should not have touched. You remember being flung across the cavern into the vines, and you remember Randall, well, Leech Randall, uh, flying along with you with his glorious cape flapping in the wind and his arm still down his throat, trying to get that thing of Morton salt that you so helpfully Kobe'd right between his jaws. And then you didn't really remember anything for a little bit. It's not like you hit hard. It's not like you hit um, in a way that knocked your head really even because the vines caught you. But before your vision cleared, there was a rustling of cloth and then nothing for a while. Slowly, you find yourself coming to, and you still can't see anything yet, but you feel like you are lying on wet velvet, head to toe, like a mattress made out of damp, warm velvet. It
Gross.
expands under you, slowly, almost like lungs, taking deep breaths.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. I also don't know if I can see anything in this area.
At first, you can't, but
And there's also
then
the concern that did I slide down someone's lungs by accident? Just the small concern, like did someone like just I got a Zane in there. Ugh, weird.
as far as you know, nobody did a bump of Zane. Um, but you do, after a few moments of lying there, possibly, probably being just completely weirded out, hear a voice, a rustly, dry sort of voice that says, "To think that they were brought low by somebody but like you."
Well, it's not surprising they were brought low by me. I'm amazing. Who are you, by the way?
You can call me the Flayed Cloak, as that's what I have always been called.
Have you thought about naming yourself? Because Flayed Cloak is a terrible name.
But it's what I am. It's what I was made to be. I have existed for aeons, honestly. Always bound to someone.
Were you the
Sometimes.
were you the cape that the weird leech dude was wearing?
Randall? Yes. Yes, I was.
That's his name. God, he never told me his fucking name.
Well, that's the name that you can pronounce. If I can split your tongue into four,
I'd rather you
um,
didn't.
okay. Well, then yes, we're going with Randall. So we find ourselves in a bit of a quandary here. You see, I'm not just handed over like discarded clothing. That's not part of my function. I pass from person to person, and I can only be taken by death.
And so you can't be given. That's what I'm hearing either.
Well, you could give me, but that would probably involve something like holding somebody's hand while they stab you to death, even if they don't want to. That
You
was a
see, that's
really weird transfer.
yeah, it sounds like it. So I'm assuming I'm stuck with you now.
I don't like to think of it as being stuck with. I like to think of it as the beginnings of a wonderful and incredibly stylish partnership.
Cool. Can I change what you look like? Because that was a terrible design.
To a certain degree, yes. You'll be able to adjust certain aspects of me, or you can always, wear me in my original form. And the
I have no idea what that looks like either.
yep, the shadows lift from your eyes, and you are effectively in a room that would not look out of place in a 70s porno. It is wall to wall velvet. There's no bed. There's not even really any furniture, just floor of velvet, walls of velvet, ceiling of velvet. The only thing missing is that porno bass beat. And you're pretty sure it would be playing if the cloak could play that.
Like some saxophone and some terrible bass guitar.
You yeah, much like that. And
And some
then
careless whisper being played at the same time.
oh, that came a little later. That was the '80s pornos, and that was more of the minimalistic black and white style. But we can get into
You know,
porn
when I
history
search
later.
things like that, I always just search for avant-garde, uh, Kafkaesque. It's just they never seem to have that in the genres I'm looking for. It's just art house,
Uh,
like thought-provoking. It's not there.
Floating in the air before you and entirely uninterested in your opinions about pornography is a cloak that appears to be made of strips of human flesh, still bleeding, as though it was pulled from a victim moments before. So, this is how I have always been. Most of the people I have bonded with have not wanted me to show this.
I mean, I'm kind of their mind as well. Not mostly just due to the two reasons: it's mess, and also the homeless people are going to get very suspicious.
Pretty much everybody gets very suspicious in this form, I found.
Suspicious isn't the right word. I'm guessing. I'm. What am I trying to say? Terrified.
Okay, that works too. So we can kind of
And
go
immediately
over,
arrested.
yeah, that too. We can discuss what you want me to look like in a bit, but first, I'd like to know what your goals are because I am bound to try to help you achieve them.
Really, I just want to clean up my neighborhood. I mean, we deal with a lot of issues, and the people there deserve better.
I can help you with that actually. How do you feel though about sacrifices of blood and hearts?
Yeah, see, that's not going to happen.
I'm sure there's some people you wouldn't mind disappearing. There's got to be many
Yeah,
people.
no, that's the issue though. I'm not trying to build an empire on the foundations of corpses.
Well, you don't want to build it on the foundation of corpses. They get all gooey and manky after a while, and they really
I
don't
think you
support it.
understand what I'm getting at though.
Yeah, yeah, I do. Well, in that case, the other thing that I can do, though it's much less powerful, is if I can absorb the blood you shed when you wear me, I can offer at least some protections.
Yeah, I think that's as good as we're gonna get, honestly, because I'm feeling that there's no way around you.
Not that anyone has ever found. I'm not saying it's impossible, but uh, I mean, unless you can get me back in the hands of my original creator,
Which would
um,
be
Zipe Totek, the
I'm
flame
guessing
god.
Mayan. Maybe
Kind of
Aztec.
predates that whole classification system, but yes.
Cool. Well, if he wants you back, he can have you back. I don't like. I think this is a situation where I'm going to be more helpful to you than you are to me.
Well, that would be a nice change. I will do my best to stay out of your way, but if I feel that I am needed, I can and will manifest to try to help.
Okay. As long as you don't have to look like a cape, that's kind of the. It's just. It's not an I have an image to maintain, although there's a bit of that. It's more of a capes are not really culturally relevant at the moment, and you'll be found out really fast.
Are you sure? Randall seemed to think that they were really important.
Yeah, well, Randall also thought blood was a delicious thing to go down with a pile of shit. So I don't know what the fuck he was thinking.
Well, I mean, blood is delicious, but the shit not so much. But well,
Like I'm saying that he was a complete and total moron that I killed with a belt with a jar of salt.
okay, that's fair. That's fair. Well then, I can also manifest as a belt or a collar.
We're gonna have to go belt, mostly
Okay.
because I'm just putting it out there as well. Collar will bring out some weird people in my community, and I don't really want to interact with those specific people in my community. I have
All right,
nothing against them. I'm not trying to shame them. I'm just trying to ask why a lot.
all right. Well, if you do change your mind, all you have to say is "I'm a good boy," and we can change that up. But for now, I guess let's get you back to uh, reality and your friends, and then I'm sure we'll talk again. But for the most part, I'll try not to distract you too much.
I mean, that'd be appreciated. If you have any weird, this is more out of a. I end up in a lot of underground fights. If you ever have like a, he might. It looks like he's coming at this direction. That might be useful. But aside from that, we're pretty.
Oh yeah, no, I can definitely help with that. And then the velvet, which you might finally realize is slick with blood, even though
Well, I
it doesn't
realized that
drip
a
from
long
the
time
ceiling to
ago.
one. Yeah, it just sort of parts under you like a mouth swallowing you whole, and there's a sensation of falling and more falling and more falling, and suddenly a bright light and an impact of water, surprisingly warm and comfortable water, and you find yourself buck naked, except for a belt, in the pool with Alex, Juliet, Xander, and Sol and Bill.
Are they also naked, or am I the only one that's naked?
Everybody's naked except for Sol. Sol got clothes again because he'd been bathing. Or
Cool. I'm gonna stay seated, not to try to show off to anything of any degree. But yeah,
Bill looks
and
over.
I'm
He's like,
just
"Hey, welcome to the party." And Bill, from the last time you saw him, even though that was a past, his hair's kind of standing on end at this point. He looks a little like he might have been zapped by something once or twice, but he still pours a glass, offers you a glass of wine. He says, "Well, welcome to the party. Nice belt."
yeah. It appears I'm stuck with it.
And that's where we're gonna draw the curtain on this little cold open to bring Zane back into the fold and
Before
say,
session started, I jokingly said I was going to get the cape, and it happened.
"Yep,
You weren't even in the
and
room.
the whole time." So, folks, welcome to Everyday Divinity, our Scion Second Edition game here with this lovely group. We're going to go ahead and start it off with our introductions. And of course, the person who gets the cold open gets to start. So, over to Scard.
I accidentally minimized everything while I was trying to click on things. Hello, I'm the Scarlet Adventurer. Tonight you found me as Zane Murder Belt Dawson. In uh on Sundays you'll find me as Arthur Wolf in our Shadow of the Voktrum, run by the wonderful Siosa. On Tuesdays you'll find me as Barlam in Rise of the Temple, run by True Shadowmancer. I cannot keep my paws to myself. And on alternate Wednesdays you'll find me running Oracle Force. And Thursdays you'll find me as Satnile in Deviant Paradox, which is they're all tremendous games. Please come check them out. If you don't see them live, then check them out on the VOD or check them out on YouTube. It's a lot of fun. Because when I'm not here under 20, and when I'm not here under 20 doing those characters, those games, you'll find me working with Tango Productions to bring stuff and/or things to your sensory organs in the future. I'm also in Real DMs Roll D20, so keep your eyes out for that when it comes out. But yeah, I think, and I always forget this is a hot potato situation, so I'm assuming, yep. I'm gonna quickly pass it over to the person I think I broke the most during my cold open. So I'm gonna hand it over to Alexandria.
Mm. Not it's not so much you, it was the descriptions of our wonderful torturous DM.
I know,
Um,
but I still watched your eyes open when you realized I was talking about S&M.
once I realized it, yeah, yeah. Hey y'all, my name is Sarah. I go by Sans on the Discord. I am on this channel 5.5 nights a week. I'm still a little sick, so excuse me. Um, I'm here tonight as Alexandria. This can't get any fucking worse. Melanoe. I am here on our Sunday game, 7th Sea Shadow of the Vaktum, as Rose and Nyx. I have a Zia. Which I don't know why I didn't change that one. On our Monday game, Pandora's Gift Nightcast, I play Clarity Palace, the best healer ever, not a necromancer. Our Tuesday, Rise the Temple, D&D 5 Homebrew World, I play Aiko of House Wolf. Our Wednesday, Mask Oracle Force game, I play Nightwish. For some reason they kept me as leader. And for Thursday, City Mist campaign, I am the DM of the Chaos for Deviant Paradox. Come watch. I have fun torturing my players. Other than that, you can find me over on Tango Productions working with the Scarred Adventurer and Raw Paper Fox on stuff and things that'll come out eventually. Let's. What? I miss. I can't read Discord. I can't read Discord. Not Discord. Chat. Let's give it over to Alexandria's brother, Xander.
Hello, on Friday nights, I play Xander Melanoe. He is the botanist. He is the one that likes the nature. And turns out, nature got some big leeches. But I don't think those are natural. But they might be. Well, anyway, somebody might have used the wrong kind of pesticide and made them large. The other night that I'm here on Thursday nights, and I play Grant. There's probably more to describe him other than he likes to go alone. And that seems to be a problem to people. That's okay. That's it for me. I'm going to go throw it for Juliet.
Hi. Oh, fuck you. Touching my screen to unmute myself got rid of my notes. Hi, I'm Ruth. You found me. I am here on Monday in the Pandora's Gift Suncast as Xenon Alcides, Cleric of Nyx. Tuesdays in Rise of the Temple as Ish, one half of our cat twin monks. Alternate Wednesdays in our Oracle Force game as Trek, a tasty snack. Thursdays as Nora Avalon and Deviant Paradox. Today, I am producing, and I am also here as Juliet Fairchild. She's so fun to play. And Sundays as Rena Ingveldsdatter in Shadow of the Vaktum. Watch all the shows. They're all real good. That's it from me. I cannot be found anywhere else at the moment. So I'm gonna pass it on over to Solace.
Oh, hello. My name is Kevin. You can find me here in the big chair twice on Mondays, roughly the same plot, two very different groups of people, two very different results. only one group has been accused of necromancy and is wanted by the law. The other ones are doing just fine. Thank you. And then every second Wednesday, that is not the second Wednesday that all these people were talking about, I get to be a bard in the Humblewood setting in a game called The Humbled Heart, run by the amazing, wonderful, and talented Hellhounds 20. He's back in his city. Trouble is afoot. Trouble is both feet because he's that guy. Speaking of trouble is both feet, Salt S tonight. No idea what he's going to do, but it's probably going to be ill thought out and based on running away mostly. Other than that, I will toss it over before you start. You tell us a bit about yourself, our GM, Bat the Kyle.
Hi, folks. That's me. I am Bat the Kyle. You found me, and you can find me here on Fridays, running this chaos and doing my best to, inflict these horrors on my players who seem to love it. And you can find me on Sundays in the fantastic Shadow of the Walkterm game playing Len, the Wizard of Ice, Costin, the shape-changing, God, my wings are tired. I've got a baby on the way, and I'm doing my best with that. He doesn't really even have like a specific job or anything. He's just agent dude. Outside of that, you can find me in the chats generally of the various games that were mentioned here, Being a Menace, or on our Discord, which is a wonderful, warm place full of great people that you should definitely join. Also Being a Menace, or possibly other Twitch streams, Being a Menace, and nowhere else really, because social media just sucks the life out of you these days. And with that, we will sort of return the camera to the pool, the big Roman style bath that everybody's currently hanging out in, or next to in Saul's case at this point. Most of you having been given a bit of information about what's going on, about Titans and possibly other nails in the door, as it were, and then there was some lightning, and then Soul asked, why do they need to kill the thing that screwed up Juliet's mind? And that's sort of where we left it, and before she could answer, Buck Naked Zane fell out of nowhere. Oh, sorry, a belted and otherwise naked Zane fell out of nowhere. And
His
directly
butt is
into the
still
pool.
naked.
His butt
Yeah,
is still naked, that's true, yeah.
Saul doesn't even look and just keeps his eyes locked on Bill. Still waiting for an answer.
I thought he was asking Juliet. Was he asking Bill?
It's been a week, and that's a very long time in my head.
Because she was the one who
Juliet
said we
was
needed to kill it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Right, okay. In that case,
I think Juliet, given everything that's happened, she just does a quick look over at Zane, looks back to Saul. Titan essence. Apparently. Oh, fuck. Titan essence should hopefully help us close the door.
So we've got to kill him and then squeeze him really hard?
He leaves. Apparently, he leaves it after he dies.
Okay, do we know what that looks like? I don't want to step in it.
We'll have to figure it out.
Okay. Just thought I'd ask.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, by now, completely dressed, I just draped the towel around my neck like I just got out of the pool. Yeah.
Alexandria
Finish the
still pretty-
sentence. Sorry, I stopped because I didn't want to finish the sentence, but Saul is insisting I finish the sentence and start edging towards Bill's towel. There. Okay.
Alexandria's still healing, right?
Mostly healed at this point. She can actually feel her body expelling the stitches bit by bit as the wound closes up.
Does anyone here have pants I can use?
I've got towels.
Cool. Also, where's my sword?
There's kind of an unpleasant wet noise above you, and then just in a shower of gore, your sword is just sort of from another reality and into the pool. Thankfully, missing everybody.
Just wanted to double check because it's not mine and I have to give it back.
And it looks fine mostly. Like, you know, the water takes the blood right out. In fact, as the blood hits the water, you can actually just see it sort of diffuse and then vanish.
So what happened to you guys? And who are you? I didn't actually get your name last time.
Oh, I'm Bob. Nice to meet you.
Can I get an empathy read to see if this guy's lying? Because Alexandria thinks she knows who this is.
Go ahead, give me the roll.
He also called himself Bill. Like,
Yeah,
5
before
he
minutes
called
ago,
himself
he
Bill
was
last
calling
time.
himself
so-
Bob.
yeah.
Bill.
He could just be a guy that floats in water, though. What? Because you call those guys Bob.
That was only for people that were missing limbs.
I fixed the joke. That's not a necessary part of the
4
joke.
successes.
Wow.
Yeah, whatever this guy's name is, he's changing them like some people change T-shirts. You can't tell what that role doesn't get you what it actually is or the truth is. But yeah, this 100%. This guy is just pulling names out of his ass
Mm-hmm.
whenever he wants.
Yeah. She. God, I think Alexander's gonna do something so stupid.
I love those kind of things.
Good. That provide cover for Solace's stupidity. So please.
Yeah, so she's just gonna take a drag from her cigarette and just go, "Sure, Uncle Dio." Fuck, that was the wrong voice. Sure, Uncle Dio.
That's a wonderful guess. A wrong guess, but a wonderful guess. None of them would just be here all the time. See, he just kind of looks up again as though he's wondering something. And he's like, the thing you need to know about the gods is that they don't stay here for long. Fate loves to tie the divine into things that they don't necessarily want to be tied into. This is true for their children, for their servants, for anything touched by the divine, and often the Titan spawn too, but especially for the divine. Staying here is bad. They stay elsewhere. And sometimes they'll send something down, a fragment of their being, but that's not them. That's a fraction of a person they dream themselves to be.
Does that the phrase "dream themselves to be"? Does that set off any little things in Zane's head for no reason?
Just a little bit, little itch at the back of his skull. So now the thing, and then you actually can see the little cloud form above his head, and it doesn't strike him, but he's just even he just. So anyway, kiddos, we can definitely hang out and chat, but I think I have reached the limits of what I am able to tell you without suffering terribly. And you seem like nice kids, and you could probably use the help, but I
But you
don't
could
want to
use
get
your heart
zapped
in
again.
good working order.
Exactly. Exactly. So,
Yes or no? Have you met a hunter?
what kind of hunter? There are all kinds of hunters.
Player doesn't know the name, but the one that the bookstore had.
Oh, okay, one of the protective hunters. Yeah. Yeah, that was Carlton McEllips was the name. He's like, oh, him? Once you kind of give him what you were given, he's like, yeah. Time passes a little weird here, but even for that, I'm pretty sure it's been years since he came through. And when he did, I'm pretty sure he just nothing stopped him from getting in, and he went in there for a little bit, didn't say anything to me really, except, oh, you're still here, which is weird because we've never met before. And then he went into the room, and a little while later he came back out again, and he looked kind of nervous, but not like super worried or anything. And if you're wondering how I can remember this, well, I don't get a lot of visitors. So the ones I do get, please stay away from my towel. The ones that I do get are.
I waited too long, damn it. I was going to do it earlier. I didn't want to interrupt the narrative. Yeah.
The ones that I do get are pretty memorable.
I'll thank you and not ask a follow-up question.
I appreciate that.
I do have a follow-up question. These towels you have, where might one get them?
And he just reaches behind him where there are obviously no towels. And then when he reaches back around, he looks up and down, looks at the towel, which is kind of a standard sized towel, and shakes his head and puts it back behind him and reaches around a little bit and then pulls out a much larger towel and offers it over. He's like, I can give you another one if you want to like hide the man nips, but
I don't
that should
care
at
enough
least
about that.
okay.
I mean, it's nothing people haven't seen before. These people haven't seen before. Other people have seen before.
That's fair. I've seen a couple of your fights actually. Pretty good.
Oh, nice. Which ones?
Let's see. There was the one you just had. That was like that down to the wire fight. With God, what was his name? He's like kind of snapping his fingers and
I'm gonna pretend that I remember the name and say the name as the as Zane. I don't remember the guy's name either.
Yeah, I have notes, but they're not actually organized notes. Oh, Ronan McGinty.
Thank you.
Called himself the Wrecker. That one. And
I had Irish Scottish dude. That was all I had in my head.
Yeah. He was like, and then the Italian guy like 2 months ago, who you kind of dismantled, which the house didn't seem super thrilled about, but I mean, guy couldn't take a punch. Don't know how he got there.
Glass jaws are not exactly great in this line of work.
Yeah. So.
Anyways, I'd appreciate people turning around so you don't see my penis. And then he just stands up and puts a towel around himself.
Nobody says I turned around. Not one person.
There is not a single bit of shits given. Sorry.
Yeah, but is there a shits given or like shits lingered? That's the fear. Anyways.
So, I do have one last thing for you guys before you go. You don't have to rush out. I'm enjoying the company, but I know you've got things to get to, and it's sort of directly related to protecting this place. Because as you can see, it's me and a very opinionated ficus doing all the protecting once you've made it down this far. And so he just again reaches behind him and pulls out another towel, and then looks around for a moment, then offers that towel to Xander. He's like, "Here
I'll
you go.
take
The
the
place seems
towel,
to
but
like
also
you."
gestures at the plant on his arm.
Oh, she gave you a little cutting. You've got a friend. That could be useful in time. And as you look, you notice there are a couple of like hair thin roots that just sort of grew down from it under your arm and are just sort of floating in the water. The towel he gave you kind of rustles softly, like there might be something in it. Little papery sound.
Do I kind of get the feeling of, should I open this now or wait till later?
He doesn't seem. He seems to be more worried that you might just accidentally drop it into the pool than whether you open it now or not. He's like, but it's like that should kind of help you with things. And I'm sorry I don't have better packaging for it. I got towels and snacks. I don't even remember what pants feel like. I'm not sure I miss them though.
I mean, I guess while we're together, may as well carefully at least open and see what it might be inside.
And what you see inside is the deed to pew polishers and the land around it.
You know what this means? Strip club home base.
I legally have been given a strip club church and the land around it.
Yep.
All right.
He's like, that's what I've got to help. I have literally given you guys everything I can to help because it's that important.
I
The
kind of look
center-
over at Alexandria because I have no idea like what this or what to do with this. Like land and property, I just grow plants. Property is your department. Did we
Ow.
find your manager? That's even like in
No.
character looks at Alexandra. Oh shoot, did we ever find your manager?
Player completely forgot.
It was kind of a like
Alexandria did
train
not.
of thought went. It's like the looks at deed. Nice, you do property. Wait, we are here for something.
Yep.
You hear a muffled sound and the rustling of leaves and plants before the ceiling above you sort of parts, not like the dimensional shift sort of thing, but the ceiling above you parts, and wrapped in vines and gagged with vines, possibly because she's been cursing and screaming for a bit, and dropped right into the pool, fully clothed, is your manager.
Yeah.
Why does she get the clothing treatment?
I don't know. Where
Alex,
She
did you
came
go
in
for
a
the fight,
different
Zane?
way.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. I just got this belt.
I think Alexandria might be my most deranged character. She's gonna stand up, help Holly up, and like help get her out of the pool before ever putting a towel on herself.
I think
Hey,
Juliet would
that
help.
say-
At least she's feeling better.
yeah.
Zane would also help, but at the same time, he's holding his towel so it doesn't fall off at the same time.
Juliet also not putting a towel on. She doesn't care enough.
Doesn't care. Doesn't care.
Yeah, Zane apparently has modesty.
She's comfortable in her skin.
Same with
That's odd.
Alexandria. Does not care.
All right, and she just as she's divining stuff, and the vines just sort of break off, and delicasse in the water. Like the water seems to just not be pollutable at this point. She spits out the bit of vine and is like, "Vine in my teeth." And she looks around and it's like, I know Alexandria and kind of Xander, but hi, I'm Helen Blackwell. I was a property manager. You don't know that I'm gonna continue to be after all of this?
I don't expect you to be either.
This is a question: is Blackwell or Melanoe on the like property development like name?
Melanoe isn't. Blackwell, you said?
Blackwell. Helen Blackwell.
Blackwell might be.
Blackwell Developments.
Yeah.
We'll say.
Yeah. This is where Zane. Wait, are you the Blackwell for Blackwell Developments that is like evicted a bunch of people from there?
Not intentionally.
Okay, well, it was nice meeting you. I hope, yeah, that's as much as I need to know you. I'm not, yeah.
Yeah,
I grabbed
anyway.
the towel and threw it away. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting. He told me that, and I've never questioned anything he said, so I had no reason to question this, that he can't leave the pool. So I'm just going to grab the plan is to grab the towel and fucking bolt for the exit. I know where I came in.
Okay, first give me the roll to grab it, since he at least knew at least once that you were trying to take it.
Subterfuge and cunning?
Yeah, that'll work, since you're still trying to be sneaky about it.
Yeah. I'm not able to, I'm not bluffing him, so no bonuses, no extra dices. One success.
All right, let me.
Contesting roll.
Yeah, no, you grab it. He's a little distracted by all the people in his pool and sort of the melodrama going on, and you start booking it towards the exit, and the towel lunges for your face like a face hugger straight out of Aliens.
Yep, absolutely. And as it grabs my face, just before it grabs me, you hear, I knew it. I knew it. I knew he was Obatala. The white cloth.
And it's not so much
his
trying
gods is called Obatala, the king of the white cloth.
Yep.
So, yeah.
And it's not so much trying to strangle him or anything, so much as it is trying to distract him and like climb over him and back to the side of the pool.
Oh, that changes things. It's sentient and appears to want to return.
As far as he can tell. Like it's straining and moving, not like, something caught in a strong wind or anything, but
it's
like something
trying to get back. Yeah. Immediately freeze, let it go, and very, very quietly, sorry.
And everybody else gets to see it sort of like hump together into like form little legs and like a little dinosaur style head, and just trot back over and neatly fold itself and settle back in behind Billbop.
So I know what you said. What I'm imagining is that it's a towel origami.
Kind of, yeah.
And just kind of, it's supposed to go in for swan shape or a worm, which would be the easiest thing to just.
You would think so, but nope. It went for kind of a brontosaurus-ish form and trotted back over and then reformed itself into a nicely folded towel. And
Worked it again.
Yep.
Very, very low success rate against high cotton towels.
yeah, it's definitely
It's,
high
it's the
fiber
thread
content.
count that really
thread count.
manages
Yeah.
to destroy those
So-
successes.
So Helen just kind of doesn't meet Zane's eyes, and doesn't even really meet Alex's eyes at this point. She doesn't appear to be meeting anybody's eyes. She just sort of climbs, fully clothed, out of the pool, and it's just like, "Thank you for rescuing me, Alex. I'll send you the paperwork. The business is yours. I am out of here."
Pretty sure. Nope. Pretty sure we're going to be closing for an extended period.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not even looking to sell. I have to leave now. And she
Fully
just
understood.
storms off, dripping wet, looking exhausted and bedraggled, and completely done with the situation. You don't think that she knows about the very tall rope that she's going to have to climb by herself to get out of here. But that seems like it's mostly her problem.
Alex looks over to Xander. Well, you think you can cover this month?
We'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out a new job.
Feels like you could always reopen pew polishers. I mean, it was really popular at the time.
Sleep in the office.
mean-
Just it's a passive income stream.
Not so passive, I would imagine.
No, there's also some
part of-
startup cost for fixing the floor.
And
Would
the
think-
wall. I saw that. The wall has a car in it now.
Yes.
That's part of the aesthetic. What are you talking about?
It's
You know, it's their
structural.
special
You can't
luxury
move the
VIP
car.
suits.
That's a load-bearing vehicle.
Yeah.
It is now.
Kind of.
It's for where pew polishers gives its roadhead.
Moving on. So, like, I don't
Yeah.
really know what you plan from here, but like, I don't know what might be going on anywhere else in the area. I have there are plenty of places in this town that I cannot see. And I don't know how many are related to any sort of gestures vaguely to the god Spike. And how many are something else entirely. There's really no place else like Murleyfield, for better or for worse.
I'm sorry, there are more of these things?
We'll fill you in on the way back.
We should probably tell Annabelle that we aren't dead.
Yeah,
That
that'd
was
be a
my
good
thought.
idea. I'm gonna stop by my apartment first and get pants.
Probably
We should probably get some sleep.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
In fact, I think it might be beneficial for all of us to get some clothing.
Alex
Most of us
clothing's-
have clothes by the side. You're
Literally
the only
was-
one that just kind of doesn't have.
The only thing Juliet doesn't have is a shirt, but she has a bra.
And
So
Murleyfield's a
everybody
very
else has
progressive
clothes.
town.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, the topless laws are completely fine.
That's for only certain parks on certain days. Still a pretty popular.
Zane,
film.
meanwhile, gets moob comments all the way across town.
Well, you guys are always welcome to come down for a bath if you want, unless you're just gonna seal everything up. I wouldn't blame you if you did. I'd be bored and lonely again if you did, but I wouldn't blame you. The best way to secure this.
Is there a way to do it so that you? Sorry, this is where Zane is actually just thinking. Is there a way to kind of make it so this would be an area that could be visited more easily without having to go through all the tunnel.
Well, see, that's what contractors are for.
That's a good point, Al. That's a good point, Xander. Yeah. Anyways, I'd like to get up that rope before it becomes an issue that I can only do with one arm and 2 legs. This is not a secure towel. And the belt's not going to help.
In my head, Barry from Wednesday just looked at Zane and said, "You're after going first, then, are you?" And then very, very obviously. But this is.
Oh no, Alexander was going to be like, so you're going up first?
Yeah.
Pew.
Pew pew.
Polish this.
Oh, you got him out number 2 to 1 because if he gives you the second one, he's going to give you his third one. So,
Yeah, I lost that one.
oh, I'm probably going to have to put an adult warning on this one. I put it on YouTube, but never mind.
We haven't been that bad. I've seen worse on.
No, it's all been very innuendo. Hey.
Almost all been very innuendo. I did specifically name one thing. Anyways.
Anyway.
Yep. So, well, if y'all don't have any other questions and are getting together and GTFOing,
Take care, Bob. He doesn't know the other name that he has been using so far, and he just believes him when he says Bob. Because he's too
Xander
tired
leaves.
to care anything
It
else.
says, "See you around, Bill."
See you around, man. Wait. See you around, man.
There you go.
Ooh, that is infinitely creepier.
That's much better.
Bye, Uncle. See you later.
Still not your uncle, but Toodles.
Doesn't
I know
believe
this
that
is-
for
no,
a
he's like-
second.
I know the saying is Bob's your uncle, but in this case, Bob is not your uncle.
But are you even Bob?
I'm Bob enough.
Yeah, he's bobbing around.
The way he's moving now, he's
Rockin'
bob and
bobbin'.
weave. So yeah, we're leaving, but Saul has a plan. He's not going immediately back to the bookstore.
Okay. So you get out just fine. I'm not going to make anybody roll for anything like drop towels or whatever. You all make it out,
Or
and
burn.
yeah. Well, you still have the belt, so you could have tucked the both.
Oh yes,
He's doing
Yeah,
his best, but he's worried
classic.
about it as well.
Yeah,
classic Leo.
and
Classic Bill.
Yeah, I was just
Yeah,
going to
kind
say
of
paint your face blue and swear all the way up. Well, it'll be like, is that Mel Gibson acting poorly? No, never mind.
Also, how is he wearing the towel? Because if he's going up first.
He is not going up first.
Okay.
He's letting you guys go first.
Probably last.
To be very clear.
Right, so you get out, you get to your vehicles again, or in Saul's case, he can probably catch a ride with somebody, or just run, whatever Saul wants to do.
He's gonna
Who-
run.
who-
There's a plan.
Who drove with Zane the first time?
You rode with Alex.
And Juliet was
No, I
also in the
drove
car.
my car.
Oh yeah,
So,
Zane
okay.
has-
Alex doesn't have her car.
Alex doesn't have her car because Juliet lost it.
Hey,
Well,
Julie, would you rather lose your car or Juliet?
True, very true.
It's all right because there's a Corolla on every corner. You can
So
just-
Zane gives everyone a ride home.
Everybody but Saul, who just sort of immediately apparently gets out of the hole and is like, Toodles. And just-
no, he's not that
Oh.
guy. He's gonna just look at them and. Where are you going?
Bookstore, I think.
Home.
Bookstore. He points at Alexandria. I'll see you there, and you'll remember me this time.
Do you
And
know what a
then-
ride?
I remembered you when I saw you. I remembered you when I saw you.
I hear everything you say twice. It's weird. Same with Alexandria earlier, but it seems to have fixed itself over there.
Arrow 404, Juliet not responding.
So, do you want to lift? I mean, I don't have a lot of room, but you can ride trunk.
No, it's okay. I have some things I need to check out. I'll meet you at the bookstore, though. I'm gonna stretch my legs, and he's already kind of backing away and turning, and then he's gone unless somebody tries to stop.
Does anybody feel like their cell phone survived all of that?
I don't think any of my stuff survived that.
Juliet didn't fall.
Possibly.
Solus hasn't got one, so
It was in my. It would have been in my in her pocket, in her pants pocket throughout a lot of it.
Okay, so everybody who feels like they have a working cell phone, as soon as you emerge from the pit, there's almost like the service was completely cut off while you were down there and only reestablished once you were out of the hole. Everybody gets a bling, bling, and a bunch of text notifications to the group chat. Mostly all from Annabelle and mostly along lines of, are you guys okay? What happened? Hello? Are you still alive? Oh God, you're all dead, aren't you? You're all dead and I'm all alone. Oh God, please tell me you're not dead. Is this a joke? Is this because I talk too much? I'm sorry I'm annoying. Please let me know you're alive. Guys, I'll make muffins. Hello? Oh God, you're all dead. And just kind of in that vein.
Yeah.
Juliet responds, somehow we're alive.
And there's just a oh thank God in all caps, followed by just a shitload of emojis, praying emojis, crying emojis, happy emojis, an eggplant for some reason, rainbow, just everything is thrown in there.
My brain is just remembering. I was texting with this woman, and she seems to have a healthy appreciation for fruit and veg. As a nutritionist, that's great for me.
It's all peaches and eggplants. Yeah,
it's all peaches and eggplants.
So, and she's like, "All right, come by whenever. I'm here. I want to hear all about it, please." But oh God, if you're hurt, go to the hospital. If you're not hurt, maybe go to the hospital anyway just to check. You might be hurt and not know it. And get sleep. Are you hydrated? It seems like all the nerves have just exploded. Like the dam that was holding back whatever nerves she had just ruptured, and 3 villages downstream have been wiped out.
Juliet is going to respond. Take some time to meditate, darling. We're on our way. And just very Juliet nature. Annabelle's probably hearing it in Juliet's voice.
Probably.
This is a question of just, is Zane's house closer to than the bookstore, or is it on the way to the bookstore, or is it just bookstore and then he has to drop people off and then go to his place to put pants on?
Oh, I'd
like to have pants again, is the thing I'm saying.
He could, without going too far out of his way, stop at his house first and just leave everybody in the car while he pantses quickly.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he's gonna do. He also gives the offer, like, if you want to come in, I've got sodas. I don't know what people like. Anyways.
Yep, so we pull outside of Zane's, the apartment building, and it's definitely in a part of town that Alexandria knows is one of the areas that's being targeted for gentrification recently. Mm-hmm. Not just by Randall Evans. There's one of the places there's been a lot of legal battles and a lot of opinion pieces and such about being responsible caretakers and those less fortunate, and of course the other side throwing overblown crime statistics and lies about how it's going to help everybody if they tear down reasonably priced housing and place it. And we're not going to get too political in this one. But that's the reality.
Yeah, so Alexandria, remembering what he said earlier, it's all clicking in place for her, and she's just like, "Oh, great! So this is why this guy did not seem happy back there. Great.
He's also
Fuck.
been very quiet the entire ride.
He seems happy.
No, not happy.
Quiet.
Not happy.
I know. The happiest I saw him was when he was slashing down the leeches.
Exactly.
So I don't know if anybody takes you up on the offer, Zane, but you do get upstairs, and that, of course, the body is gone because you took it away, and there's no blood, no other warnings. Doesn't look like anybody else has been in your place, so you can grab some clothes.
He quickly gets dressed, adjusts the belt so that it now fits over the pants.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm assuming he can never take it off.
Oh, he can remove it to put pants like and stuff on. It just can't get out of his range very far. Like if he just tried to leave it in a drawer and walk away, there would suddenly be a very loud clunk as the drawer pops itself out of the dresser and starts dragging itself behind him with the belt still in it. I'm not saying that
Okay.
does happen, but if you're curious, that's what would
I'm-
happen.
I'm not going to do that. I think Zane in his mind is going, I can't take this off either. He just loosens the belt enough so that he can put pants on, loops it through everything. And,
And the belt itself is not, possibly he expected it to be some sort of crazy belt of tongues or something, but no, it's just at least it looks like just a plain new but plain brown leather belt right now with a black lining inside, like he can reverse it.
nice.
Belt of tongue sounds like a magic item that comes with suspenders of lips.
Yeah,
Shut
but
up
we're
now.
none of you have been
Bolo
to that
tie
club
teeth.
yet, so so you get back down to the car, and probably much more comfortable now, and you can head over to the bookstore. And while you guys are heading that way, Saul, what are you doing? All by your lonesome, the way you like to do.
Going back to a place I shouldn't go. I'm going back to the house that I lit on fire. And I'm not going in this time. I want to see if how bad it looks, like the entrance. And what I'm really looking for though is like this town's sort of in the picture, at least it's got sort of mountains around it. I'm looking for either a stream that runs above this part of town, or how far is it from the lake up to this house?
There's not a good stream. I think I can see the shape of what you're thinking, or like a lake sizable enough
Yeah.
for what you're considering. But you do notice that it seems almost like swampland around the house right now, with the amount of water that was pumped into the basement
Yes.
to put out the fires.
Yeah.
So it is waterlogged. Several of the Corollas look like they were just pushed out of the way for trucks. Like there's tire
Yeah.
trucks in, tire trucks out. There's some police tape around the place, and if you go around to look at the door, like the storm doors at the back, they are charred into almost nothingness.
So probably what he draws from that is they're not getting out this entrance anymore. Now, this is a really long shot, but because he knows the town fairly well, he wants to go on a rumble, just on a run all over this part of the town, looking for other unexpected swampy spots, and therefore trying to find another exit from this pit. Because he knows there's at least one more than the one he went in.
All right, give me a roll. What would he use to try and spot that while he's wandering around, and to kind of know where to wander around with his town knowledge?
Oh, there's not really a skill for this. Survival and cunning.
Yeah, we can go with
Yeah.
that. Give me the roll.
considering my survival is 0. But it did seem like the right one. So, 2 successes. More successes rolling 5 dice than I had rolling 9. I love this. But yeah, 2 successes.
Okay. He sees a spot or two that he thinks might be it. There are some other swampy spots that could be because of all of the water. They might be just because of groundwater retention, underground spring issues. But one of them is near another abandoned house near the outskirts of town, although this one looks much more broken down than the others, like sagged in roof, heavily boarded up doors and windows, collapsed porch sort of thing.
Yeah.
And the other is by what looks like it might have at one time been somebody's attempt at their own garage, like car repair place that never took off. The sign is missing. There's a pole that snapped almost in half and very rusty. It's one of those brick places that's basically a rectangle with a rusted
Okay.
corrugated roll
Yeah.
up door and the little sort of store part of it on the other side. And that one actually, he sees water seeping out from under the door,
Okay.
the roll door.
Okay. Did there used to be fuel pumps here?
There was
Did I
one.
see there
They
was
had
okay.
and fuel pump.
Fuel pump. Okay.
And it's a busted down. It looks like one of the real old
Oh
style
yeah.
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 ones.
With the spinny balls and the plastic thing on the side, and
Yeah.
I love it. Magnificent. Okay. Um he puts his hand in the pocket with his lighter and then has a small conversation with himself and takes his hand out of his pocket, sans lighter, and says, later. For now, I should go and see them. And turns around, and that's more than the information I wanted to know. Oh, one more thing, just because I wrote it down. Is there a water tower in the vicinity of this town? Because they got to get their water from somewhere, either the creek above this town, or they've got to lift the water up into a water tower somewhere. Is that
They do have a water tower. It's not super near where this is, but if you're thinking about a little uh, quasi-terrorist blow up the water tower thing, you could probably, given the lay of the land, crash it out and have the water wash over this place too, and maybe a couple other places. But once again, this is
Yes.
not exactly the most habited part
Yeah.
of town.
Yes, you saw the same flash of movie in your head that I did. So yes, that is all the information that he needs. Plenty of
Okay.
ways to quickly bring an end to the 2 entrances that he's pretty sure he's found. And with
Okay.
that, yeah, we'll turn around and make my way back to the bookstore.
All right. Everybody else arrives. Well, we should probably wait for Zane to get back. Oh, there he is! Surprise! Everybody else makes it back to the bookstore before Saul, because Saul is, taking the Lambert Feeties instead of a car, even with a stop off. And so when you pull up, there's parking right in front of the place at this hour, which is almost morning at this point, and or just about getting that false dawn sort of light. And Annabelle is there, like waiting nervously. As soon as the car pulls up, before you even get out of the car, the door to the bookstore is open and they're rushing down the stairs. It's like, oh god, oh god, oh god, did everybody make it? Is everybody okay? Where's Saul? Anybody? Like
On foot.
Who's that?
As he always is.
Oh, okay, he's okay.
He's good.
I didn't see him with you, and I worried about all of you. Sorry if I blew up your phones. I just didn't know what was going on.
I thought it was sweet.
There was no service.
Down there?
way down.
We'll explain inside.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course. Come on, come in. I made cookies and I have coffee and hot cocoa and tea and water. I didn't know what everybody would want. I'm still learning all of that. Please come in. Sort of ushers everybody in, and there are fresh cookies on a plate, chocolate chip and white chocolate macadamia, and peanut butter, and just some different carafes and glasses and such. She's like, so, oh, go ahead. She sees Zane about to say something. She's like,
Oh no, this is more just a. Is it okay if Zane had like an extra phone back at the apartment that he was able to
yeah, you
just
could have a burner phone or just like anything like that. Yeah,
something like
second
because
phone.
like it's just he picks things up and he gets given things for things. Just
Yeah.
they just swap out the SIM card and put in a proper one.
Okay.
And then look at all the messages and go, oh, that was all messages.
Yeah. I reached a point where I couldn't research anymore. I couldn't read anymore. All I could do is
Worry, yeah, no,
pace
it's okay.
and worry and bake.
It's okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Zane sits down with he'll grab some white chocolate macadamia nuts and a cup of coffee and sit down.
Juliet grabs hot cocoa.
They're mini marshmallows. Yeah, the good stuff. So, what happened? Oh, and she looks at Juliet for a moment and she's like, not that I don't appreciate the view, but she wanders in back and then comes out with an oversized button up plaid t-shirt. It's like, if you want to cover up, you don't have to, but if you want to. I don't know how comfortable you are with no shirt.
A little cold, thank you.
We could see that it was getting nipply.
She's wearing a bra.
I mean nippy, but I'm putting the other word in to mix it together into one word.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Sorry. That was my. I explained the joke. I ruined it. Sorry. I screwed up.
The short or the long?
I prefer long. The whole story.
Juliet does giggle.
And Annabelle flushes deep crimson.
Zane will actually begin recounting the story a bit.
Okay.
From his viewpoint, from his angle.
Yeah. Not gonna
And
make
of
you
course-
retell the whole thing.
Also,
And of course, I'm assuming people will fill in parts for their things as well.
with the plaid, Juliet kind of just throws it on and is like hugging it around herself. She doesn't bother with the buttons.
No, that's fine. And does Alex tell about the whole mirror thing, or is that something in the memory thing, or is that what is Alex sharing from Juliet from their special experience?
If Alex doesn't share about the mirror, Juliet will, because that was scary for her.
Yeah, Juliet, or no, Alex. Shit, Alex is absolutely not giving all the details about the mirror, but that they did face it. Alex knows how to handle it now. I'm trying to think how she would say it. That's the thing. Because she doesn't want to tell about the mirror at all. But
she knows Juliet will if she doesn't.
Yeah, she doesn't know what Juliet's gonna say. That's the issue.
Everything she knows.
Yeah,
Alex
which
should just say, you're good. Like, ran into the mirror again. Learned some things and survived. Could just be like the quick summaries, like it's okay.
I found the altar this time.
Oh, nice. Well, that doesn't kill the hunter, but it breaks the contract or hit, as it were.
But
So
it sounded
hopefully
like it was interested in coming back and bothering me again.
they do not like to not be able to fulfill a contract. It's a mark of pride to have few or no failures, and in this case, it would consider this a failure. So unfortunately, that makes sense. But at the same time, somebody would have to know how to summon this specific silver hunter to let it interfere in your life again.
Alex, say something like this does happen again. Say I find the altar. You said you know how to deal with it.
I almost
How
had handled.
long do you want me to wait before helping?
I don't know.
I don't
I
like
don't.
that.
I wasn't able to communicate with you all from in there. So I know what it was like on my side, but I don't know about the rest of you.
I was the only one that knew what happened.
Exactly. And Alex will show, because I'm guessing she has a scar now, right?
A hair thin scar. It's not like a full on like wound, but it's definitely a scar she didn't have,
Mm-hmm.
and it's still a little pink and new.
Yeah, she'll lift up her shirt and show it to Annabelle. And this is what I got left with from its attack.
Did it scar immediately like that, or did it heal
No,
after you?
after we took time in the baths that are also down there.
She starts scribbling furiously.
As an out of character question, Zane before going was also bruised and beaten up a bit.
He's
Has the
perfectly
baths
fine.
fixed that now? Yeah.
Yeah. The rejuvenating baths are actually magically rejuvenating.
Okay. I just wanted to because
Yeah.
because
So
pre-fight he was still sore and
yeah,
ice
he was still
bathing.
pretty battered and everything, but now after everything, including being blown across the room, he actually feels like, he's still kind of sleepy, but feels like $1,000,000.
He also hands back the sword. He goes,
Oh,
"Thanks."
thank you, thank you. Looks very clean, very nice. Did you use it?
Yeah,
Oh,
quite a bit.
okay. Sets it aside for now. So there are healing
Eh,
baths under the.
Yes. That's actually what his sword fell into.
Normally, water would be bad for it, or too much water, but I don't know. All right, that looks good, and I'm glad you're all healthy again. And was there anything else down there besides the mirror in the baths?
Proceeds to look at Xander like,
Just like literal elephant in the room.
like I said my embarrassing part, now you have to too.
What's embarrassing about vines that were friendly?
Friendly orange running of finds. Did you find
Oh,
out
there's
what-
why?
also like there's also like there's a big old stake that was going into some bone that touching it like threw a bunch of people across the room.
Did it throw everybody, or did it not throw some people? Or
No, I think it threw everyone that was there. I got this magic belt.
Except for me. It liked me. Ish.
so it liked you through Xander or Zane across the room and gave him a belt?
Yeah, so Randall, as I've learned his name actually is,
Disgusting fucker.
yeah, wore a really stupid looking cape. Apparently that was entirely a choice. Because he can also turn into a belt. And now I have it.
Huh. No,
And I can't get rid of it unless I die.
You
magical and possibly cursed cloak belt. Okay.
you got the
Does it look like a cape now?
No, still
No,
ugly.
it's sold out.
No, it's perfect. It's a belt. It doesn't look anything more than a belt does.
According to Mudkip earlier, it looks like the WWE Championship belt.
That is a cummerbund. Sorry.
In my head, it's
specifically
been
John Cena spinner WWE.
the spinner one. Oh, nice. Yeah. When you said
but,
brown leather before, I saw a fairly normal brown leather belt, but it had like the big rodeo bull rider belt buckle on the front. So yeah, basically like a WWE belt. So
Yeah, okay. If it's like that, then Zane is definitely covering it with his shirt.
tasteless. No matter how hard it tries, it's tasteless.
yeah,
Mhm.
it says it's a big bubble that says tap out because it's trying to
Oh.
meet Zane's interests as
Yeah.
it perceives them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Zane's disappointed in the belt, but he knows he
Yeah.
can't do anything about it.
Oh, okay. Was there? So tell me about the big spike thing.
It was glowy platinumy, and it was going into bone with a bunch of runes around it.
That threw
Do you know-
me.
Oh, that's not nice. Do you
Cassandra
have,
could only
like, did
think
you take-
about touching a sword and not helping his sister.
She wasn't eminently bleeding out.
It was bad enough.
She had like 2 hours.
get pictures of the runes? Annabelle actually kind of raises her voice so she can see where this is going and doesn't have time for it right now.
That would be for our photography expert. Looking
Juliet?
up Juliet.
Probably took some Polaroids.
Okay. It's like, do you have them? Can I see them? I'll need to study them.
She takes them out of her bra.
Still warm. Okay. And sets them out and she's like, all right, we'll get back to that. All right, so there was a big glowy spike. There were runes. It was going into bone. Like, was it a pile of bones? Was it one big bone of some sort? Did you recognize the bone?
No, otherwise I would have told you what the bow might have been part of.
Okay. Well, maybe I can.
Weren't we told it was a skull? And are you lying? Sorry, out of character. I thought we were told it was a skull.
Did I identify it as a skull?
It looked skull-like.
Okay, then it was a
Yeah.
skull. I just didn't remember it being described as a skull.
Oh, sorry, I might be wrong, but that's how I remember.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Saul and Xander got described it as like a skeleton.
I mean, I was thinking about after I dug through the pit after Solas went to the bats. Like, what was underneath all that?
Oh yeah, no,
Okay,
you're right.
yeah.
That was just a plate of bone, so it could have
Okay.
been a skull, but you couldn't be sure. It could have been giant scapula for all you knew.
Yeah, that's what
You're a
he's
plant
describing.
guy,
He's
not a
like,
bone guy.
this thing's
Just
just
a
huge.
Big
Like,
flat
this thing's
bone.
just like, it's definitely calcium-ish, but it's big.
Look, I do plants, not biology.
And okay, so there's that. Was there anything else down there? And where is down there exactly? So I don't remember if you guys told Annabelle that you figured out where it was.
I mean,
Oh,
we
yeah, we
probably
had to go to
described
Pew.
the going down,
I
going
would.
across, through.
I also would have said like we went to pew polishers. So, like I would have. That's how the story would have started.
Okay. Well, then at that point they dig out a phone and they type some stuff in, and they're like,
Although I think it's mine or ours now, and I'm not sure how that works.
Juliet is also going to relay the information about the Titan stuff because she's already told the story.
yes.
So I
yes.
don't want to have to do that again.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Just, oh no. Titan spawn art, at least something like that's not really supposed to be able to get in here. That's far worse than these devourers were. For all their abilities, they're fairly low on the totem pole, as it were, when it came to, or low on the ranking. Sorry, use something less offensive. Low on the rankings of the Titan spawn hierarchy. I'll have to look into what it could be, but there might not be anything in the books. Every now and then they just something brand new and unheard of is birthed, for lack of a better word. But I'll see what I can do about researching it and seeing if we can find it.
If it may help you learn what's under there, the person we talked to at the end in the baths that called himself Bill, some people said Bob, he met Carlton.
He did?
Not spoke to, but like ran by, at least got the name.
When was this? Was how like a month ago, 2 months ago?
Supposedly years. Maybe. He didn't seem like he had the best track of time.
Well, hopefully that's the case, because Carlton was still here years ago. Well, I wasn't here years ago, but I know Carlton was. Still, that's something at least, but still not anything I think we can really do anything about, or I can do anything about. So you guys said there are more of these spikes or something, or whatever they are.
Probably.
Yeah, I'm still not clear on that either.
I mean, they said there were more. Not how many more, just that there were more.
Bill Bob implied that there were more, at least to Saul, but I don't think anybody else was there when he asked that question, or when he said, "Not my spike," and Bill Bob said, "Right." So that
Bill Bob
implies
Bethend.
that implied, at least to Solace, that there
But
is
in the
a
Hall of
spike.
Memories, Alex and Juliet were also told by Mnemosyne that other pantheons had done other things. So it might
Yes.
not be a spike, but there are other things like this
Yeah.
around.
There's actually, I think it was nailed, because you said it was a nail holding the door shut. So
Yeah.
not my nail. So yeah. Okay. But Saul's not there. So
You're good. As well as I figure, at least Juliet Alexandria would have brought up at least at some point that there's more than one.
And
Yeah.
that's about the time that Soul walks in for
Okay.
narrative convenience.
perfect. Yeah. So what are we talking about? Explain it all again, please, really slowly and in a lot of detail.
Okay, so you see, we went to Pew Polishers, the strip club
So it sounds like, if I'm reading this all correctly, we need to find a way to re-embed, firm up the spike that's under Q polishers. And again, there's that bit of kind of blush and almost stutter, like, oh my god. And then there are others around the town, or the edges of the town, that might also need to be found and tapped back into place. Is that what I'm gathering, pulling all your stories together?
Oh, but also not tapping back into place. We tried that. That's what through
Okay.
Juliet.
Oh, okay. Well, isn't that what you need the Titan stuff for?
We need to tighten the seals to get the Titans away.
It was
from
out.
Yeah.
You're good.
Sorry, this was not actually in character. That was just me being a dick.
No, sometimes, use poison to fight poison. That never backfires, ever.
I mean, that's how we got emptied on them, actually.
Yeah.
Why am I arguing?
Okay, but the same. We know that the worm things were after whatever was inside. And I think I was told it would have been a problem if they made it first. I'm pretty sure Grandma said, made sure we got to get there first. Or at least me.
Grandma?
Nice woman in ancient Greece on a horse.
When did you go to ancient Greece?
In the hole. In the pew polishers.
It's really quite hard to explain.
Yeah.
It's as clear as I can make it, bud.
How specifically did you get to ancient Greece?
Walked down a bunch of plant stairs. Now I'm in a field surrounded by mountains, no shadows. This place smelled really nice. A bunch of plants that kind of were extinct hundreds of years ago.
Huh. Well, that tells me some things.
Please tell me, because I don't know what's going on.
It sounds like he met Demeter, goddess of the harvest.
And she's your grandma. Yeah, that definitely answers some questions.
No, it doesn't. It raises more questions.
That's fair. So
Yeah.
they look at Alex, they're like, kind of that, so yeah.
Yeah, looks to Alex, just super long draw on her cigarette, just. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know much about real estate, but Alexandria, if you were to buy a dilapidated old house, would you be allowed to knock it down and just keep pouring concrete in the basement like forever?
Once you own a place, it doesn't matter what you do with it.
Okay, there's a couple addresses I want to show you tomorrow because I'm really tired. But I know where the leechers are sleeping, and one door is kind of closed, but I found two others that aren't. But one's a dilapidated old house, and the other one's like an old gas station. So I was thinking if we bought the house, we could just fill the basement full of concrete so they couldn't come out, and I'll just burn down the gas station.
I'm I and I can't believe I'm saying this. I don't think arson is the best choice of action.
And I guess we could fill that one with concrete too, but it would be kind of obvious if we did it twice.
I don't know. I don't know how much that's going to help.
Oh, if they got other doors?
I don't know. But Randall was their leader and he's dead, right?
As far as anyone can tell, yeah, he's a desiccated leech corpse on the floor. He didn't have his cape anymore.
Yeah.
But we know he was the leader. That's what Alexandria.
As far as you know, he was the
He
leader.
told
Yes.
you. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Very careful phrasing. Yeah.
That's the information I needed to know.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, Randall is dead. We know he's dead.
Yeah.
Because I got this stupid belt. Tap out my ass.
That's what it says on it now.
Phrasing.
No.
No, it says phrasing on the front now. Animals. Well, like, what it tells me is that
What you're saying. Just
Xander and Alexandria, at least then, are God spawned.
Apparently, I might be too. Have no idea who, though.
That wouldn't be terribly surprising. Fate, even for the little spark that you have, that we have, tends to entwine. The god born, if they're around each other for any length of time.
Am I the
For
only
good or for
normal
ill.
one?
Probably not.
Oh dear God.
Probably not
Um,
normal either.
But
Saul
I
just starts.
only. Oops, sorry.
Good. I was just gonna say Saul starts pointing and muttering to himself. If you start listening, he points at Xander first, and says, "Osanian, herbal medicines." Then points over at Alexandria and starts and really clearly thinks about it, like he's going through the pantheon and real estate mogul isn't on there anywhere. So he's trying to figure it out. And finally he stops and grins and says, "Ah, Oren Milla, predictor of the future."
Who did he
And
point to?
that's to Alexandria. And then Juliet, it looks at you like it's the first time he's seen you, and then has to tilt his head the other way to get both dog views.
She also tilts her head, just looking into his eyes.
Yes.
Just being like, I can tell you're trying to read me, and this is really fun for me. But in her creepy way.
Yes.
He got a similar look from Alexandria, like, you trying to figure this out, dude? Have fun.
Yeah. And he points at Juliet finally and says, "Oshun, goddess of cool sweet water, protector." And then points over at Zane and just looks baffled, like he's drawn a complete blank.
And as he's
But
doing
it's-
this, Juliet quickly says, apparently, if I was normal, the Titan would have killed me.
Well, at least we've got a chance now with 3 godlings. I mean, at least we've got a chance.
I'm sure it's not just I'm sure it's not just the 3 of us.
And completely oblivious, Saul looks at Zane again and just like you can read it on his face. It's like, no, I can't see it. I just yeah. It's like when somebody says the two of you look very similar, and you go, no, I don't see it. And it has not even crossed Saul's mind that you might mean him. He's a true believer.
Zane does kind of meet your eyes and goes, "It's not meant to." Count the other
Annabelle-
people in this room.
Annabelle looks around for a
including
moment.
you.
They're just like, it's not just one pantheon. I can see what you're trying to do, Saul. That it's the Norse, the Greek, the Loa, the Aztec. There are more. All of them can and do have God spawn. And sometimes the pantheons fight each other. Because why wouldn't they?
But it's so quiet here. Hardly any gods at all.
Yeah, and I'm beginning to think that's by design.
We're a nursery for gods? And the face just like, because he leads with his face, so he's almost uncomfortably close to Annabelle now, like he's getting close to a real truth.
And they just meet her gaze unflinchingly. That's one idea, and another is that, based on what you've all told me, that it's a place that even the gods are meant to forget, to keep whatever's locked away forever.
That never works. All doors must be opened. And he backs up like that. That's the one thing that could have backed him up, is you told him that he has to close the door again. People keep telling me he has to close this door.
Even the
Yeah.
gods aren't infallible.
And there's like a twitch, like he's waiting for the lightning bolt that he saw Bill get. Yeah. Like I said,
but it
Saul
doesn't
is
happen.
a true believer,
belief.
but it doesn't happen. So yeah.
No, and I was like, so I don't have the ability to tell who is who necessarily, but I can gather from Xander's declaration of Mima that he's either the child of Hades or Persephone. That's a pretty straightforward one. And kind of cast a glance at Alex.
Yeah, she's just, again, really long pull, and she, on her exhale, she just, Persephone. His mom's Persephone.
And your dad is...
His dad is human.
Oh, no, I
She
know.
was asking about
One of them had to
Yaroslav.
be. Annabelle, like, kind of straightens their shoulders a little bit, kind of, and the sweater is like, who's your daddy?
Alexandria
Right.
points at Juliet.
No,
That's my
ask who
mommy.
your... It's like, I didn't ask who your top is. I asked.
My dad is Hades.
We couldn't hear you if you were
No.
speaking.
I was. They just said, yeah, I could see how that would work. Although honestly, I would have seen Juliet more as a child of Hades. But
What makes you say that?
I think you lovely, kind of disturbed in a wonderful way person. You. The rest of you, I'm not sure, but I'm not even sure about me.
I've never met my parents, so I haven't a clue.
Orphan.
My parents
That's-
couldn't shut the fuck up.
That's less common than they point to Zane and Juliet. That's more of the result for various reasons. So it sounds like for the nail under pew polishers, we need to track down a Titan. And then on top of that, we need to try and figure out where the rest of the nails are and at least check and see how they're holding.
None of this is making me question all of my reality and sanity.
What is sanity?
Yeah, I'm beginning to feel that way too, Julia.
It's a delicious blend. Hold on. And Annabelle gets up and goes behind the counter and comes back with the little tea caddy or
sanity.
tea tin that just says sanity on it. Like there's lemongrass, there's mint, there's a bunch of like tension easing and sleep helpful herbs in this blend. It's one of our most popular.
I misheard that so badly. There's a bunch of tension, and then you just paused right afterwards.
And we're all
Nine
fucking.
times.
Uh,
9 times as much caffeine as a cup of coffee and 2 hits of ecstasy in every cup.
No, that's we don't sell that up front. No, they're just like, so anyway, from the sounds of it, I would be doing some research and I'll ask you for help, but right now it seems like most of you, all of you, deserve a rest and should maybe go home and be able to take that rest in peace and safety.
Juliet's gonna offer the plaid back.
No, you can hold on to it.
All right.
Does anybody else have any questions? Anything else you want to share? I know it was
think I should probably talk to you alone.
Alone, you say?
I didn't realize we are getting into butt the polycule this soon. All right.
No, Juliet's gonna act like she's leaving, pop an unobtrusive visitor up, and stay. At least.
So you're the type that likes to watch.
Okay, yeah. We'll get the cocktail out for you. I'm in a mood tonight. I'm sorry, everybody.
I guess.
So
Okay,
anyway, so all right.
Let's
So is
go.
everybody else heading out, or are you going
well-
like going to crash, and then is Alex going to come back and talk to Annabelle alone? How is she looking to do that?
She just wants to tell Annabelle how to defeat the Silver Hunter.
Oh, okay.
My brain almost went Silver Surfer. That's the wrong word.
We need to lift back to their house or apartment or place of. I don't think we have to worry about the leech people anymore, so we can all go back to our respective places of residence.
I think I'm gonna stay with Alex tonight.
It's the morning.
I haven't slept yet. It's night.
It's okay.
It's still night.
Don't
So
argue
three
for
of you
Christ's sake.
five are going back to
If we're
getting dropped off at Alex's place.
if
Yep.
it's one of this, if we're winding down, Xander has plants to go attend to because it is morning. And after that, he's going to head home for a little bit of nap, or maybe just nap in one of the warehouses. I don't know.
Saul will
what-
go with Xander for the first plant watering, and then he's going to sleep wherever that is, that field or that dead patch of land or whatever it is that Xander has got planted. He's just going to curl
So-
up amongst the vines and have a snooze.
So Zane is going to give people a ride after Alexandria has talked to Annabelle.
Okay, which is pretty.
He'll just wait
straightforward.
outside, waiting for in the vehicle, just waiting at the vehicle, and just
Yeah. No. And it's pretty quick from the sounds of it. Not comfortable, but quick. You have to actually admit painful things about yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what she tells Annabelle, is that, like, you cannot hide from yourself. You have to admit the worst. Like, your worst fears, your worst pains.
Kind of think I would rather die. But thank you for telling me.
Figured you could write it down in case anyone else gets.
Yeah. Oh no, it's
Horrible.
definitely going in the book. It sounds horrible, and I'm sorry you had to do that. But I'm glad you survived. Not a lot of people do.
Once I realized what it wanted me to do, I did it.
Sorry.
While Saul's resting, I wanted to switch back to Beyond Memory for my
Okay.
skill. Yeah.
Right.
And
So-
she'll leave and head out. Probably crash when she gets home.
She sees Juliet at the door. Like inside.
That means Juliet heard her worst things. We're losing her and Xander.
She's just gonna do a little wave and wrap her arms around Alex.
Full bright blush. So embarrassed. Zane would see her turn like horrifically bright red as she comes out blushing.
I
It's
admit
all
these
right
feelings,
now.
but I'm not ready to face them.
I'd ask questions, but I can't bring myself to anything at the moment.
All right.
Let's bring you guys home.
So everybody gets home. Who's going home? Xander goes to take care of his plants. Saul crashes in the first place that he waters his plants. And then Xander, the last of them, really gets home and can do whatever he needs to before he crashes. And after he hits the bed and sleep catches up with him, there's a rustle of leaves and a feminine voice that says, Xander, we need to talk. And that's where we're going to bring the curtain down for tonight.
I guess we know who's getting the cold open next week.
We do.
Also, Juliet is holding Alex like she is a teddy bear. But we already knew Juliet was the big spoon, so.
We did.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Well, we're going to close this out the way we normally do with a thanks, of course, to everybody watching. Whether you watched us live, whether you watch us on the VOD, whether you catch us on YouTube, especially if you catch YouTube, there are hundreds of hours of fantastic games on there to watch. Great content, wonderful creations from all of these people and more. So, and if you're watching it on YouTube right now, obviously you enjoyed it. You've enjoyed it thus far. The other stories definitely are worth a look. So be sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell, all of that stuff, because Kevin, our wonderful Discord daddy, is always putting up the stuff and putting them in playlists. It's great and easy to watch. Thank you to our producer and player, Ruth. We always appreciate a wonderful producer, and all of our producers are wonderful, so it's not hard to do that. It doesn't seem the world is getting any less scary these days, but wherever you live, honestly, but you can still make it a little better if you have the energy. Be nice to yourself, to people around you. Remember that everybody's going through something, and even if you can't muster up the energy to put positivity out there, you don't have to put negativity out there. We love you. We're here for you if you want to talk, and good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Night, y'all.